Barnaby Jones, starring Buddy Ebsen, also starring Lee Merriweather, with guest stars Julie Summers, Jim McMullen, John McLeod, special guest star Andrew Prime. Tonight's episode, Dark Homecoming.
And for hours, you're just gentle on my mind. It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. Makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind the couch. And it's known I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds and the ink stains that have dried upon some mind. Keeps you in the back roads by the rivers of my memory that keeps you ever gentle on my mind.
Well, well, well.
What are you doing in here?
Sorry, didn't mean to ruffle Miss Songbird's feathers.
Look, Kathy, I don't think we have anything to say to each other.
Well, maybe you don't, but I sure do. I saw you out there.
What are you talking about?
Cliff, I saw the way you were singing to him out there. It's not going to do you any good.
I think Cliff is old enough to speak for himself. I mean, I don't know how things stand between you two, but...
Well, we're going to be married. That's how things stand. And I don't intend to let the ex, Mrs. Baxter, change it. You understand me?
Look, Kathy, like I said, that's up to Cliff to decide. Now, if you don't mind, I have to...
Wait a minute. You don't get off that easy.
Look, Kathy, I asked you to leave nicely. Now, get out.
Don't touch me. I don't care who you are.
Hey, Ruby, will you hurry up? They're taking the room apart out there.
Splash some water on her face and get her out of here.
Ruby, we've got trouble.
Yeah, well, she started it. Coming in here and picking a fight. She even came at me with the scissors.
Ruby, she's dead.
Dead? She can't be dead. Kathy. Kathy.
You must have hit her pretty hard.
No. No.
We're in a mess of trouble here.
Shine, there's got to be something we can do.
It's too late for that now, Ruby. Don't you understand? She's dead. You better get out here, Ruby, before they riot. She's coming.
I can't go out there.
You've got to. Now, listen to me.
It's no good you getting mixed up in this. You let me take care of it.
I didn't mean to hurt her.
I know. Now look at me. Look at me. You're gonna go out there, and you're gonna let old Shine take care of this. Now I'll handle it. Come on. Come on. Kathy. Hey, Kathy. Come on. Wake up. Come on. How do you feel?
Oh, wow. Oh,
Well, now it's just a little bump.
little, my head's killing me.
Nah, a scratch. Come on, we gotta get you out of here.
What are you doing, Shine?
Come on, out you go.
Oh, Shine, leave me alone.
A little fresh air, make you a new girl. Now, come on, come on. That's it.
Boy, oh boy, wait till I get my hands on that Ruby. Am I gonna fix her wagon?
Take it easy. You got off lucky.
Lucky. She could have killed me.
I told Ruby she did.
You what?
Ruby thinks she killed you. She really does. Now, you wanted revenge. Just think what that's gonna do to her.
Oh, what happens when she sees me?
No reason she has to see you. Not for a while, at least. I can put you up in L.A. You always wanted to live in the big city.
I'd leave her in open field with Cliff. Not on your life.
Look, she's already got it. Ruby came back this time to stay. But if she thinks she killed you, I can scare her into going back on the road with me.
Now, what happens when she finds out we fooled her?
Who knows? By that time, Ruby and I might even be married. Anyway, I'll have what I want, and you can have what you want. You've been after me for a long time about a career. Now I can connect you with the right people, change your name, get your top vocal coach. With luck, you might even be bigger than Ruby one day.
You're slick, Shine. Too slick for me. You'd end up tricking me the same way you're trying to trick Ruby right now. I don't trust you, Shine. Take me back.
I can't do that. Not after what I told Ruby.
Take me back or I'll walk back.
Kathy, you're going to Los Angeles.
And a pup's gonna have kittens. Goodbye, Shine.
Hawkins, did Kathy ever take off like this before?
Not this long. Not without telling me, anyway.
What'd the sheriff say?
Well, I guess I better tell it to you straight, Mr. Jones. Kathy is somewhat of a reputation around here. George said he'd look into it, but I know you pretty well figure she'll show up on her own.
But you don't think so?
I pray she will. She didn't take a car, didn't pack her bags. It's not like Kathy. The one thing she's particular about, that's her clothes.
Sold out Merced. Yeah, the joint was jammed, spilling out into the street. It was fantastic. Ruby's never been better. No, we're in Porter City right now, Ruby's old hometown. We're just passing through.
Sean, can't you call him back?
I'll call you back, Will. Yeah. Hey, now, you just relax. We're gonna be back on the road in a couple of days, and everything's gonna be fine.
Ruby, Cliff's here.
What does Baxter want?
Something about property.
I may tell him I'll talk to him on the patio.
Right.
Ruby, why don't you let me handle this?
No, I can handle it.
Cliff? Hello? Freddie! Hey, we've been expecting your call.
You're looking great.
Looking mighty good yourself, Ruby.
Freddie, you're my main man. I had you penciled in all along. You shouldn't worry.
Shine, can you please take that inside?
Hold on a minute, Freddie.
Thanks. I never had a chance to thank you for the flowers.
Good to have you back again, Ruby. Plan on staying a while this time?
No, Shine's firming up the schedule right now.
Well, I sold the rest of the yearlings and figure we might have a favorite at Ruidoso this year.
Cliff, that's nice. I'm really glad for you.
The horses are still half yours, you know. That's what I came to talk to you about. You never did return the settlement papers, and we got an offer on the river frontage.
Oh, well, go ahead, sell it. I won't give you any trouble.
Well, I can't sell it until I get you to sign the papers. I need your autograph.
You know, it's funny, I still have the plans for the summer house we were going to build there.
Listen, I don't have to sell it, you know. I can...
Look, I'll see that you get the papers this afternoon.
Ruby, what is it? What's the matter?
Nothing. I guess it's just coming home blues or something. Seems like everything here happened 100 years ago.
No, it was 8 months ago. 8 months, 1 week, 3 days. And I'm the guy who can never remember our wedding anniversary.
I guess a divorce is easier to remember.
I figured you were happier now. I read about you all the time in the magazines. You're a big star.
Oh, yeah, big star. How about you, Cliff? How's it been with you?
Oh, same old waiting game, you know. Wait for the mares to foal, the kids to fill out, and then there's the auctions. Mainly, I wait for a woman to come to her senses.
Last night, there's something. Cliff.
Look, I hate to interrupt, but I've still got Freddie on the other line. He wants to know, is Yuma set for Friday night?
No, tell him I've got to think about it and we'll let him know later.
Listen, you guys are busy. I'll talk to you later, Ruby.
What's the matter with you, Ruby? We've got to get out of here.
I told you, I've got to think about it.
for Cliff Baxter.
Baxter? Hey, he was here a minute ago. Here he is over by the gelding.
Thanks. Ah. Well, muscle chest. Looks like a winner.
Sounds like you know your horses.
I like his haunches. Looks like he can get out of a starting gate. That's important at 400 yards.
You a buyer?
No, I'm a private investigator. Barnaby Jones. Mr. Baxter, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about Kathy Lou Hopkins. Her father hired me.
How'd you know I was out here?
Well, I went by your place, and I saw your stables and your short track out back, and I read about the sale and put two and two together, and it came out quarter horse.
That's a sample of your work. You ought to find her in no time.
And you're not worried about her?
She's a free spirit. She'll turn up.
You didn't go looking for her the other night at the Silver Spur when she disappeared?
I figured she went home with somebody else, probably Wayne Gibson.
Wayne Gibson, who's he?
Well, he's an old boyfriend of hers. He was there, and from the looks he was giving me, I figured he wasn't too happy.
Did he have a reason?
Me and Kathy? No, not hardly.
That's not the word around town.
Well, it's a small town, Mr. Jones. People jump to conclusions. There's nothing serious between us. Red, this is the one I want. You can make out a bill of sale.
I'm sorry, he's sold.
Sold?
Yeah, not more than 5 minutes ago.
Cliff, he's yours. I missed your birthday, so many happy returns.
That was real sweet of you, Ruby. This is Mr. Jones, Ruby Deems.
This is an unexpected pleasure, Miss Deems. I'm a big fan of yours.
Well, thank you.
Mr. Jones is a private investigator. He's here looking for Kathy. I imagine Dwight's getting a little nervous.
I didn't know she was missing.
Oh, yes, she's been missing for 4 days. Did you know Kathy?
Oh, well, everybody knows Kathy, but I'm afraid I haven't seen her. Well, Cliff, I better be going now. Nice meeting you, Mr. Jones.
Thanks again, Ruby. Quite a woman.
Quite a present from an ex-wife. Most divorces I know about, all the husband gets is a horse laugh. You got the whole horse.
I can see you did your homework.
Well, I'm a fan of Miss Deems, and I'm sorry to hear about the two of you breaking up.
It's all right. It's just a case of Ruby wanting a career, me wanting a full-time wife. If you're wondering, Mr. Jones, it had nothing to do with me and Kathy.
Well, I was wondering, but that's part of my job. And I guess I better get the rest of it attended to. Thank you, Mr. Baxter.
It's all right.
Shine, where's Kathy?
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with me. Where is she?
Why don't you try Cliff Baxter?
I already checked these places. No sign of her. Now, look, the other night when we were all at the club, I went outside for a cigarette right in the middle of Ruby's last set. I saw you sneaking off with Kathy.
Oh, you did, huh?
Yes, I did.
Wayne, everyone knows that my only interest is in Ruby. Kathy and I just went off to have a business meeting.
Oh, business, huh? So I'm going to tell you something. Nobody's seen her for 5 days. Now I hear there's a private detective down here looking for her. So you either tell me where I can find Kathy, or I'm going to go right to the sheriff.
Shine, can I speak to you before you go?
Yeah, just a minute, Ruby.
Of course, maybe the one I ought to be talking to is Ruby.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Look, I didn't want this to get around, but there was some trouble that night.
What kind of trouble?
Kathy and Ruby had words over Cliff Baxter. They got into a fight. Now, Kathy's staying in L.A. with some friends. We figured it'd be better for everyone all around if she just kind of kept out of sight until Ruby left town, just in case there were some reporters nosing around for a story.
What's the phone number? I want to talk to her.
I'll save you some time. Ruby and I are leaving tomorrow. Kathy's coming back tonight. You see, I promised Kathy some money for her trouble.
You wouldn't lie to me.
What for? Look, I'll call you when she comes in. Are you still working at the vet's office?
Yeah, I'll be there around 9 o'clock.
Well, fine. I'll call you.
Okay.
Afternoon.
Can I trouble you for a glass of cold milk?
Fresh out. Sorry.
Something to be sorry about.
But I'm the culprit. I just polished off the last carton. Not much call for it here, so the boss says I can have all I can drink. Just so long as I don't moo at the customers. Can I get you something else?
No, thanks. What I really want is some information.
What about?
Were you working the night of Ruby Deem's homecoming?
That was a big night. Wouldn't have missed it. She always plays here when she's in town, because this is where she started. Just listen to that sweet voice. Ruby never lost touch. You know, she may be a star and all that, but she's never forgot her home folk. She's as plain as hash browns.
Do you know Kathy Lou Hopkins?
Sure, we were drum majorettes together.
Was she here that night?
Oh, yeah, but I didn't wait on her table. Pity, that Cliff Baxter, ooh, he's something else.
Do you happen to recall when she left the table that night?
Oh, Kathy's Nancy, she's always moving. She zipped out right after Ruby's first set.
You know where she went?
Backstage, make a phone call, I guess.
Could I take a look?
Sure, come on. See, here's the phone. Oh, we gotta keep that locked. Souvenir hunters would take the paint right off the wall.
You think Kathy may have left the club by this door that night?
She could have. I never did see her come back to the table.
How about Wayne Gibson?
Yeah, how about that, Wayne? Cute, huh? Kathy has all the luck.
Did you notice when he left the club?
He left by himself, right after Kathy, as a matter of fact.
Well, thank you, young lady. You've been a big help.
Hey, next time you're in, we'll have milk. I'll see to it.
All right, what's the deal? How come we're meeting here at Baxter's place?
You know, Kathy, she's got her mind set on seeing Cliff before she does anything else.
Where is Kathy?
She's out back.
All right, let's go. Yeah, well, I think that's really stupid, Kathy, coming over here, because Cliff Baxter doesn't care anything about her.
I'm glad we agree. The last thing I want is more trouble between her and Ruby. Now, look, I'd like to get her out of here before Ruby and Cliff come back to the club.
Well, don't worry. I'm taking Kathy with me this time.
Fine. Kathy? Hey, Kathy. There you are.
Look, I got home around midnight, maybe a little later. Ruby and I stopped off for a drink after our last show.
Coroner puts him dead at just about that time.
Hey, George, you know I didn't kill Wayne.
Could this be Wayne Gibson?
That's right, you know him?
Oh, what I've seen him. He was in the house the other day when I came out to see Mr. Baxter.
He scooted off in such a hurry I couldn't get to talk to him.
Cliff, you want to tell me what he was hanging around here for?
I'm afraid Wayne's the only one that could answer that.
Well, you can bet that Kathy Hopkins was involved. Everybody knows that he was carrying a burn about you two.
No, there was no reason.
That's what you say, but that doesn't explain how he wound up dead all of a sudden. You know, Cliff, you want to tell me about it up front. If you two had a fight and he wound up off that balcony, it could be self-defense.
I already told you, I didn't even see Wayne till I found him here this morning.
You know, it seems strange.
What's that?
Well, if it happened the way you say, that Baxter and Gibson had a tussle and Gibson took a header over the balcony, why would Baxter leave him lying there for anybody to find?
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Well, now, wait a minute. Cliff admits he was drinking last night.
Ruby and I had a few drinks, that's all.
Well, you can be sure of one thing. When there's a missing girl involved, alcohol and perfume don't mix. Isn't that right, Mr. Jones?
Well, that's a pretty good theory, Sheriff, but I learned a long time ago not to jump to conclusions. Could be dangerous. You could break a foot, especially if you got one stuck in your mouth.
All right, Cliff, I'm not going to run you in, but you stick around, okay?
Sure, George.
See you guys.
Dean?
Jones. Hello. I don't believe you know my manager, Shine Stanfield.
Hello, Mr. Jones.
Pleasure. I understand that your end of the business is sometimes as important as a good voice.
Yes, I couldn't do without Shine. Now, what can I do for you?
Well, I just wanted to ask you a few questions, Miss Deems. Do you recall seeing Kathy Lou Hopkins backstage the night of your homecoming?
No. Should I have?
Well, the waitress told me that she might have gone back to make a phone call, and I thought maybe...
I saw her. She came backstage, but she didn't make a call. She went right out the back door.
I wonder why.
Ducking out on Cliff Baxter, I'd imagine.
That seems strange. I understood that she was stuck on him.
Well, Cliff Baxter isn't her only beau. Wouldn't be the first time Kathy played one against the other.
Well, if you're referring to Wayne Gibson, I don't think he'll be giving us any information.
Yeah, we got a call about him earlier. That looks kind of bad for Cliff.
Miss Deems, you were out with Cliff last night. Had he been drinking?
Yes. Yes, but he wasn't drunk. And he didn't kill Wayne, Mr. Jones.
The way I read things between you two, I don't think he did either.
Is that detective analysis, Mr. Jones?
Oh, just Cracker Barrel logic. Kathy's been missing 5 days now. It seems to me if Cliff had been upset enough to kill somebody over her, he would have bristled when she walked out on him.
I never thought of it quite that way. Look, I'm sorry, Mr. Jones, but we got to get packing here. We got a date in Tucson tomorrow. Ruby?
Yes, we better.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hold you up. Miss Deems, don't worry too much about what happened around here the last few days. We'll have the answer shortly.
You have a lead, then?
You might say. If Baxter didn't kill Wayne Gibson, it was the act of a person in panic, and that always leaves a trail.
Couldn't it have been an accident?
Hardly. There was a struggle on Baxter's veranda, and when we find out who Gibson was struggling with, we may have a lot of answers.
Is that more Cracker Barrel logic, Mr. Jones?
Plus a pinch of instinct. Have a good trip.
I shouldn't let you do this, Mr. Jones.
Well, if nobody ever took a chance, nothing ever get done.
We really better go now.
Well, I'm finished anyway. Thanks, Billy. You've helped me a lot.
You're welcome.
Oh, just a minute.
Hey, what's going on out there? Oh, it's you, Mr. Jones.
What is this, some kind of a deadbeat alarm system so people can't walk out without paying their checks?
You guessed it.
Is it always on?
During business hours.
Did it ring the night of Ruby's homecoming?
No.
Thanks. like to make a long-distance call. Area code 213-555-6793. Barnaby Jones. Hi, Betty.
Barnaby, I'd just about given up hope of ever hearing your voice again. How are things going?
Well, if you like the sound of my voice, we got a real sweet voice up here. Ruby Deems, you know her?
Oh, know of her. Fantastic country and western.
You ever want to meet her? I got an inside track.
Oh, would I? All right, Barnaby, what do you need?
My comparison microscope, some slides, a small bottle of nail lacquer, a bottle of alcohol ether mix, some Canada balsam, and your own sweet smile.
Well, if traffic isn't too heavy, I'll be there in about an hour.
I'll be at the Dwight Hopkins farm, Route 70 on the west side of town.
All right, I'll be there. Bye.
The hair on the left is one that I took out of Kathy's hairbrush. You see how thin the root is, as if it had come out naturally. The one on the right is one I took off the window in the dressing room. You see how fat the root is, sort of bulbous, as though it had been pulled out.
Look identical to me in every characteristic.
Except the root. I believe that the hair I took off the window in the dressing room is Kathy's, just as these prints that I took off her mirror are identical with the prints that I took off the window in the dressing room.
Well, then, Kathy was in the dressing room the night of Ruby's homecoming?
I think there's very little doubt of that. Question is, why did Shine and Ruby go to such great lengths to lie about it?
They can't very well deny evidence like this.
Depends on what they're trying to hide. These prints from the window had a little blood on them.
Think Kathy's dead?
I think they're the only ones who can tell us. And I think we ought to go pay them a visit.
We were so happy that...
Hey, Ruby, what's the matter?
I'm leaving, Cliff. This evening.
Hey, come on now. Last night we both decided we were going to give it another chance.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but we'll have to forget about last night.
Does it have anything to do with Wayne, or you think something's going on between me and Kathy?
No. It has nothing to do with you. I love you. Seeing you again has made me know just how much, but there's nothing I can do.
Look, Ruby, I'm not going to let you walk out of my life again.
Cliff, I have to go.
Not without a better explanation than that. Look, we might not get another chance again. Come on, what is it? Nothing can be so terrible.
Oh, it is. It is. Please, just let me go.
Oh, hi. Miss Deems' aunt said I might find Ruby here. It'll just take a few minutes. Oh, this is my daughter-in-law, Betty Jones.
Hello.
Yeah, she's here. Come on in.
Thank you.
Ruby, you remember Mr. Jones?
Miss Deems, this is my daughter-in-law, Betty Jones.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Deems.
Nice meeting you. How are you, Mr. Jones?
Just fine. Miss Deems, are you aware that Kathy Hopkins was in your dressing room the night she disappeared?
I don't understand. I told you.
I know, but before you tell me again, I think that you ought to know that I have proof that she was there.
Ruby, what is it?
She was there, wasn't she?
Yes.
Why don't you tell us exactly what happened?
Kathy came backstage during my change. She was angry about Cliff and me, and I asked her to leave, but she wouldn't. And then suddenly we were fighting, and I hit her. I hit her. She had the scissors, and I hit her with a bottle, and I killed her.
Ruby, you don't have to say any more. Now we get a lawyer.
Mr. Baxter, I'm not a policeman.
No, Cliff, please. I want it out. I want it out. Oh, thank God it's over.
Not quite, Miss Deems. What did you do with the body?
It's in the old Sawhill pond.
You put it there?
Yes.
You lifted up her body and took it through the window, put it in the car.
Yes.
And I understand that when you came back on stage, you had changed your costume. Now, where did you get the time to do all of that?
I can't lie anymore. I can't. Shine did it for me, but he only did it to protect me.
It's very good of Shine, very loyal. Was he there that whole time?
No, he came in after I hit Kathy.
How did you know she was dead?
She just lay there. And then Shine came in and he checked her and he told me. I don't see.
It's all right, Ruby. These are latent fingerprints of Kathy's that I removed from the window in your dressing room. Little blood on them, probably from when you hit her.
What are you talking about?
Dead people don't leave fingerprints. Kathy was alive when she went through the window. They're hers. I checked.
I don't understand. You mean I didn't kill Kathy?
Not in your dressing room, you didn't.
You mean Kathy's still alive? She's still alive?
I wish I could believe that. Mr. Baxter, do you have any grappling gear?
Yeah, there's a grappling hook out in the stable.
What is it?
Give me 15 minutes head start and call the sheriff. Tell him to meet me at the Sawhill Pond.
I've been expecting you, Shine.
You know, I think that pond's all fished out.
I don't think so. Matter of fact, I think the fish I want's still around here. When I find Kathy's body, I'll have the evidence that she didn't die from a blow on the head, that Ruby didn't kill her. That's why you followed me, isn't it?
You lose something, Jones?
Get an ambulance, and you better bring out a crew. I think they'll find Kathy Hopkins' body in there. I don't think that there's really too much to worry about here, Cliff. There'll have to be a hearing. But, in my opinion, the only thing that Ruby is guilty of is bad judgment.
What about Shine?
He's already confessed to the 2 murders, and I think that'll satisfy the state.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Hopkins.
Mr. Jones told me the whole story. I don't blame you, Ruby.
I guess the problem is I blame myself. If I hadn't trusted Shine...
Nothing wrong with accepting your share of the blame, as long as you don't give yourself a life sentence.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. For everything.
Mind if I go with her, George?
No, not if she doesn't.
Barnaby Jones, starring Buddy Ebsen, also starring Lee Merriweather, with guest stars Lawrence Luckinbill, Ellen Weston, Kaz Garris. Tonight's episode, Time to Kill.
I loathe Marla. But Grace was right about the souffle. I can't thank you enough for getting me out tonight.
It's my pleasure, George. But you're not going already, are you?
Oh, I don't know, Colby. Those wines really did me in. Maybe I ought to pass on the cognac.
George, it's a 1938. Like a good woman, it won't stand neglect much longer.
1938, a memorable year.
Just you wait. Well, Hannah, another masterpiece?
I hope you weren't expecting anything less.
Not from you. Why don't you get out here and finish this tomorrow morning?
Oh, thank you. Good night, Mr. Lasker.
Good night.
Ruby?
In here, George.
I was beginning to think you weren't sure it was aged enough.
You tell me. Well?
Incredible. $11 already?
It's the perfect time to enjoy rare old cognac. And even rarer Havana cigars.
Well, where'd you get these?
Havana, of course. Now, George, as I was saying at dinner, California vineyards are an investment that cannot afford to be overlooked.
A vineyard?
Yeah. I've been doing some checking up around Calistoga. Do you have any idea what the profit is on owning all those fields up there? In less than 5 years, the return on your investment... George, the return on your investment... George. George.
Right there. Now turn around. Nice and easy. Put your hands on the window.
Less than 5 years, the return on your investment would have tripled, George. George. George.
What?
I was talking about vineyard investment. Ownership near Calistoga.
Oh. I must have dozed off.
I think you were about to.
I told you we should have saved this for some other evening when I could relish it, wide awake.
Well, I suppose you're right. Hello?
This is Mr. Weatherly's answering service. Is he there?
Yes?
May I speak to him, please?
Yes, just a minute. George, it's your answering service.
Thank you. Weatherly.
The police have been trying to reach you, sir.
What?
Someone's broken into your house.
When?
A little while ago. Shall I connect you?
No, I'll be right there. Can you believe that? While we've been sitting here, someone's broken into my house.
And nothing else was taken, Mr. Weatherly?
And nothing else. I've been all over the house. Just the Exeter. Mildred's diamond.
Mildred?
My late wife, Lieutenant. I bought it for her.
Lieutenant? Oh, Barnaby? Well, are you listening to the police band again, or is this official?
No, this is official. California Meridian Insurance called me. They had the diamond insured for $1 million.
And worth at least half again as much as that in today's market. Mr.
Jones. I'm Barnaby Jones, private investigator.
It's an awfully expensive stone not to keep in a bank vault.
I did. I brought it home to have it reappraised and sold.
How many people knew you had the diamond here in the house?
As I told the lieutenant here, just a few friends, the appraiser, of course, and my servants.
You've already made a list, Barnaby. I'll get a copy over to Betty if you like.
It's like who's who. You got a symphony conductor, stockbroker, important banker.
Not exactly the kind of people you find on the 10 most wanted list.
Of course not. I told you. These are my friends.
What about the servants?
Been with me for years. I don't understand. Why do you think the thief must be someone I know?
The Exeter was the only thing taken, Mr. Weatherly, and only those people close to you could have known about it.
And people talk. One of your friends may have mentioned it to one of their friends. And like trying to track down a piece of gossip. You never know how it started or how many people know about it.
Yes, well, it's been a long night. If you don't need me anymore, Lieutenant, I think I'll get some rest.
Of course, Mr. Weatherly. Thank you. We'll be in touch later. That could end up being a long list.
Will your list include Weatherly?
You mean the game of steal it yourself and collect the insurance? Oh, I doubt it. Weatherly was having dinner at a friend's house at the time of the robbery. Colby Lassiter by name. Anyway, this has all the earmarks of a simple bust and run. The thief broke in here, went straight to the desk, got the stone, and hightailed it out.
You figure he ran into the patrolman on the way out?
They must have. There was a struggle. The guard was shot at very close range with his own gun.
Thief must have been pretty sure of himself to set off the alarm with West Oak Security 10 minutes away.
Look, Barnaby, you mind if I send you the full report later? It's been kind of a long night for me, too.
You tired? I'm fresh as a daisy. Why don't you get yourself a little rest? I'll poke around a little.
You're right. I am a little more impressed with you now. I had no idea it was the Exeter diamond that we were talking about.
Can you cut it?
Have you heard of the Cashman diamond?
Oh, yes. The man who recommended you in Marseille said that was your work.
Mm-hmm. You see, I come recommended. You arrive without a name and no credentials.
This is all you have to know about it.
Oh, but I know a little more about you than this, my friend. For instance, you're an amateur. A lucky amateur. Too bad about the security man. A professional would have handled it better, n'est-ce pas?
Are you, finished?
With this, or with you?
When will you be able to cut it?
Tomorrow, 2 days, maybe a week. First, I study the photos, mark the sketches.
I haven't got a week.
I will get in touch with you.
How? Oh, no. I will get in touch with you.
Eddie? Honey, be careful now. I'll be right back. My granddaughter. Babysit for now that I have all this time in my retirement.
I can keep you working for a while, Andy.
Yeah, Betty told me. The Exeter, huh? Boy, that rock must be worth a pile of dough.
What do you hear in the street?
Not a rumor. Frankly, I don't think I'm going to pick up much out there on this one. What do you think?
About the same as you. The job is too crude to have been done by any of the folks you know. I figure it was an amateur with good inside information.
It's not my turf.
Cutters are. I think he's going to have a hard time disposing of a stone of that size and reputation unless he's syndicate connected.
I could ask around on it.
I think you do better to concentrate on who our friend might get to cut the thing. Smaller it is, easier to get rid of.
Now, a diamond that size is going to need a specialist. There are not too many guys around that can handle it. There's Jerry Bonner, but he's in a slammer. Doug Spivak, he's too old. Wait a minute. There's a new guy around town I heard about. A Frenchman.
What do you know about him?
Nothing.
Find out.
Still only half?
You get the rest when you come up with an answer.
Colby. Not even a hello for your prodigal wife? Don't tell me you're still mad at me.
Claire, you know I can never stay mad at you.
Excuse me. There's a Mr. Jones to see you.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Well, now that you're, here, Mr. Jones, what is it?
I'm a private investigator looking into the theft of the Exeter diamond for California Meridian Insurance.
Oh, yes. That's George Weatherly's diamond. Remember, that's the one he bought from Mildred years ago?
I understand Mr. Weatherly was having dinner here last night when it was stolen.
Yeah, that's right. His answering service called with the news.
Were the other guests still here?
No, they all left a short time before.
You didn't tell me you had a dinner party last night.
Just a small dinner. The Claibornes were here, the Danubas.
Do I understand that you weren't at the party?
Oh, no. I was still in Switzerland last night, your time, on a skiing trip. But I'm fascinated. You mean you think someone who was here might have taken it?
At this point, Mrs. Lassiter, I'm not just looking for a needle in a haystack. I'm looking for a haystack.
How do you expect us to help you with it?
Well, it's beginning to look a little bit like an inside job. Somebody that knew Mr. Weatherly, knew he had the diamond home for reappraisal.
Sounds fairly preposterous to me.
Well, I'm trying to talk to everyone who knew about the Exeter. Possibly you may have even mentioned it to someone.
Excuse me, Mr. Jones, there's a telephone call for you.
Oh, thank you. I hope you don't mind. I left the number with my secretary.
Not at all.
Yes?
Barnaby, Andy Burns just called. He left the name of a man who knows about the French diamond cutter he mentioned to you.
Fire away.
He's the chef at the Le Pomerol restaurant.
Le Pomerol restaurant. Yeah, got it. Thank you, Betty.
Nice place, Le Pomerol. A bit too Provençal for my taste, but...
Well, thank you for the tip and for your time.
Sure.
Ms. Lassiter.
Colby, when I called you from Geneva, the airport, it was Monday morning Swiss time. That would be Sunday night here, between 10 and 11.
So?
The line was busy.
When I was here with George?
3 separate times. I had the overseas operator keep trying for over an hour.
Line must have been out of order.
But you said George's answering service got through.
Oh. Well, but they weren't calling from overseas, now were they? No, the line trouble must have been at your end.
That's possible.
Of course it is.
Surprised, Claire?
What are you doing here?
Well, what do you think? You left Switzerland without even saying goodbye.
Followed me?
Can't you guess?
I had no idea that...
You supposed my affections were just part of the lessons? Learn how to ski and fall in love in 2 weeks.
Kurt, I'm married. You know that.
You could leave him. We talked about that, didn't we?
Oh, look, I never meant for it to go this far. I didn't think you did either.
I'm sorry. I can see I've embarrassed you. It's the last thing in the world I wanted.
Oh, please. I didn't mean to hurt you. I really did care.
It's all right. I'm staying at the Parkhurst Hotel here in town. I'll be there for a while, seeing what the prospects are. If you'd like to talk, you can reach me anytime.
No closer to the source. A swift pass with the match. A little éclat in the gesture. Where is your sense of showmanship, huh? Again, s'il vous plaît. Snap. The match. Voilà. Alors, the pass. Oh! Qu'est-ce que vous avez fait, vous avez mis toute la bouteille ici? I don't believe it. Did you see that? Did you?
Yes, very colorful. If I may suggest, he could use a little practice.
You heard? Over there. Practice! He will never get it right. Once a short order cook, always a short order cook. What can I do for you?
I'm Barnaby Jones, a friend of mine, Andy Burns.
Andy Burns?
Yes, he told me that you might be knowledgeable about a diamond cutter who works in this area.
In this area? In Marseille, perhaps, but not here. Who are you looking for?
Oh, he's a Frenchman. He's competent enough to handle a stone the size of the Exeter.
Ah, the Exeter. Yes. It is possible. I know him. We did business once before I was forced to retire by the authorities. The celebrated Cashman diamond. Can you believe that Marcel tried to cheat me?
Marcel did that?
Yes.
What's his last name?
Marcel Deloud. He had the gall to come in here only a month ago and ask me for a job. Incredible. I nearly threw him out bodily.
Well, as you were tossing him out, did he happen to mention his address?
No.
Well, no matter. I have some friends who owe me favors down at the Bureau of Immigration. Thank you very much.
Oh, Monsieur Jones. You will come back to dine, perhaps. I have some superb coquille Saint-Jacques you might like.
Oh, scallops. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. The place is still here.
You're sure?
I've studied the photos, marked the sketches. Now, there is only the cutting left.
What happened?
I don't know. These things, they happen, but rarely. So rarely.
How could it?
Some flaw. Infinitesimally small. No one could see.
That can't be. That's impossible. Diamonds don't crumble like that. This is nothing but sand.
We have been taken. This is glass.
Glass.
But you saw.
Somebody else could have been fooled. Maybe. But not you. You're a diamond cutter!
I was concentrating on the angle of the blade. I didn't reject the stone.
That stone has not been out of my possession until I handed it to you just this minute. That's it. That's gotta be it. You switched it.
How could I? Are you sure?
Where is it, Marcel? In your pocket!
Lieutenant.
Well, I see you got my message.
What message? Until a half an hour ago, I was with a friend of mine in the Bureau of Immigration trying to find this address. Was that Marcel DeLau they just wheeled out?
Yep. One of the neighbors found him. When we got here, there he was. And there were these.
That's the Exeter, all right.
And pieces of glass all over the floor.
Glass.
Looks like Marcel tried to pull a duplicate on our friend, the thief.
But he was too smart to fall for it. Huh? Any evidence as to who our friend is?
No.
Well, we know one thing about him. He's still in town.
But what does he do now? Look for another cutter?
Maybe. Maybe he thinks it over and makes a phone call to California Meridian.
Well, the last time you looked this ghastly was the morning after that 3-day housewarming on Ibiza.
And a good morning to you, too.
Do you want to talk about it?
About what?
What's bothering you? Did something go wrong with the laser stock?
Oh, Claire. Why can't I get a cup of coffee in this joint?
You should have asked me at 3 this morning when you came home.
It wasn't anywhere near that late.
It was. I was up. I saw what you hid in the candle. And then there was this, in the morning paper. How did you get that diamond, Colby?
You seem to have put it all together.
You did it yourself?
Like always, you underestimate me.
There are 2 men dead.
That couldn't be helped. All I planned to do was steal the jewel.
Why?
For us. That fight in Nice, it was about money. Money! You and I never thought twice about money before. George's fortune does not rest on that diamond. It was in his home. It was going to be so easy. No one would be hurt.
Except that guard.
Claire, he caught me. I didn't want to kill him. Why did he have to pick that time? And this diamond cutter, Delode. Do you know what he was trying to do? After all I went through to get that stone, he wanted to steal it. He was trying to substitute a glass phony. And he pulled a gun on me. I had no choice, Claire.
Oh, Colby.
I was afraid I was going to lose you.
That doesn't say much for me.
I couldn't have taken that, living without you. I would have done anything.
You should have told me.
Well, now you know. Only I wish it hadn't ended this way.
What are you going to do now?
That's what kept me awake most of the night, trying to figure out. It's too risky to try to find another diamond cutter now. And there is no way I can sell this thing whole. Unless I sell it to the right buyer.
Now, according to the call, the thief wants $400,000 for the Exeter.
Green.
Black, thank you. Now, that still saves the company over $500,000, considering that we're still in the old appraisal. So we've decided to agree to the buyback.
Well, that sounds like quite a bargain to me, if I've ever heard one, Mr. Reynolds.
California Meridian wants Barnaby to be the go-between, knowing the thief has already murdered 2 people.
I don't think we have to worry too much about that, Lieutenant. These 2 cases look like self-defense, sort of. I think he'd be more careful this time.
Yeah. He's not getting used to killing. Look, Barnaby, I'm not letting you go to any drop points without us looking on.
Oh, wait. The man specifically said no police.
I don't care what the man stated, Mr. Reynolds. Barnaby wears a transmitter and stays in our sight, or I'm not going to let him go through with it.
Mr. Reynolds is afraid you won't be discreet.
Oh. Well, tell him about my 2 years on the Vice Squad.
You hear that, Mr. Reynolds? We are go.
I only let you up because you said you were going home.
Is that the only reason?
Yes. Least I could do was say goodbye. Colby will be back in a minute.
It's Colby I came to see.
Colby?
I know how you feel about me. Perhaps I can persuade him to change his mind.
Let me change your mind. I'm more in love with Colby now than I was before.
Things must have changed between you and Colby.
He needs me now. He never did before.
Well, I don't intend giving up so easily.
Kurt, it's no use. Please go through the kitchen.
Why should I? I haven't done anything.
Kurt, don't do this to me.
use a drink. How about you?
Yeah, so could I. Well?
It's all set. They've agreed to $400,000. The Exeter's worth a lot more than that, but I had to settle. Jones will be the go-between.
Jones, he'll recognize
No, he
you.
won't. I'll wear a mask, some piece of cloth with the eyes cut out.
Where do we make the exchange?
We'll send him around to a series of phone booths, and then we'll make the exchange in an abandoned farmhouse on Route 7.
Are you sure it's safe?
It's wide open. There's no chance for him to play any tricks. There's no ice. Where's Hedda?
Considering what's going on, I told her she could take a few days off.
Good. So keep your fingers crossed, my darling. Once we get the cash, we'll be home free.
Diamond?
Anybody home?
Turn around, please. Face away. Put the attaché case on the ground.
What's he doing?
Where's the diamond?
There's been a change of plan.
Maybe on your part. Our agreement was...
Unless you wish to be shot where you stand, Mr. Jones, I suggest you return to your vehicle and drive.
Who the hell is that?
Hold it!
Kurt.
Who's Kurt? Who is Kurt?
Thanks, Lieutenant. I'm sure Barnaby's anxious to know. Right, bye.
Wait. Don't tell me, let me guess. Our friend in intensive care is from Switzerland. He is either a bobsledder, a ski instructor, or a mountain climber.
A ski instructor. Will you tell me how you guessed that?
His accent, for a starter. And then his complexion is ruddy, weather-beaten, like he's been out in the cold too long. 2 and 2.
You are going to tell me how he fits into everything.
I have an idea.
Yeah, but Lieutenant Biddle said they didn't find the diamond on him.
Well, maybe he didn't steal it, but he knows who did.
But how? He just arrived from Geneva a couple of days ago.
And Mrs. Lassiter just flew in from Switzerland on Monday. Ski trip, she said.
But they were both out of the country on Sunday when the Exeter was stolen.
Colby Lassiter wasn't.
But that's impossible. I thought he was with George Weatherly during the time the diamond was stolen.
So did I.
Colby,
There's nothing to say.
take me with you.
I don't think so.
Please.
There's no time to argue. You heard the radio. If your boyfriend regains consciousness, I'm sure the first thing he'll do is tell him about me.
At least let me finish about Kurt.
I don't want to know. I consider myself lucky to have ended up on the right side of what was probably a very neat double-cross.
He followed me here on his own. I didn't ask him to come.
You didn't tell him about the meeting with Jones at the farmhouse?
No. Kurt was here when you came back from making the arrangements. I was telling him it was over between us. He went out through the kitchen, and I thought he was gone. He wasn't, I guess. He must have stayed in the kitchen and overheard everything.
I really do want to believe you.
It's the truth. I have no reason to lie to you now.
Wouldn't you? With Kurt suddenly out of the picture?
Oh, Colby. You said you did this for me. I love you. Don't leave me behind.
All right. Get your things.
As I said, I went over it several times with the lieutenant. I'm sure nothing new will come out of it.
Well, I got a lot of hound dog in me. Once I get the scent, I just can't quit. Now, we're up to the Cognac.
And the Havana. It was just 11. Colby has this antique grandfather's clock. Perhaps you've seen it. Well, after that dinner and all that wine, plus the cognac on top of it, well, I must have nodded off for a moment. It was then that I... Is something the matter?
Cognac, nodding off, waking up. What happened exactly after you nodded off?
Well, let's see. I took another sip of the cognac, I took a puff on my cigar, and then I got up to thank Colby for a pleasant evening, and... Wait a minute. No. My mind isn't as sharp as it used to be.
Well, what is it? Any little thing you can remember might be important to you.
Well, the cigar. It's been quite a while now, but the more I think of it, the more I'm sure that it's not just my imagination. It wasn't clipped.
You mean the end wasn't clipped?
I do it automatically. You see, Mildred gave me this gold cigar clipper. Oh, it must be 30 years ago now. I'm never without it.
And why didn't you clip the cigar that Colby gave you?
Well, that's just the point. I remember I did.
That was before you dozed off.
Exactly. Now, when I puffed on it a few moments later, well, I could almost swear it wasn't clipped anymore, which is impossible, right?
2 cigars. How about that? What time was it when you dozed off?
Well, I told you it was 11.
Is that on your wristwatch or on Colby's grandfather's clock?
Oh, no. I don't wear a watch anymore. Retired mine when I retired. Swore I'd never wear that little Ultimaker again. Well, what are you getting at, Joe?
A trick with time, Mr. Weatherly. A trick with time.
Yes, this is the only way out of the building that isn't covered by the closed-circuit TV system. It's an emergency fire exit. People can get out through here all right, but they can't get in.
Unless... Could I use some of that cleaning powder?
Well, sure. What are you going to do?
A little dusting. See that?
Yeah.
Somebody taped that latch down. Looks like they were planning to use this exit as an entrance as well.
Somebody in the building?
Yeah, someone who wanted to leave for a while, then come back without the man at the desk noticing. Oh, Mr. Lassiter, I'm glad I ran into you. The case is just about wrapped up. Just needs a little of your time.
Well, Mr. Jones, we are in a bit of a hurry here.
Well, just take 2 minutes.
Well, if you have the case all wrapped up, as you say, I don't understand why you need to talk to us.
Well, it's just a matter of confirmation. Little things like the way you cut Mr. Weatherly out of the herd at the end of your party that night with the special brandy.
Cognac.
And the clever way that you set the clock ahead and then set it back to the correct time when you came back, that was a neat trick.
Clock. Are you accusing me, Mr. Jones?
You only made one little mistake. That was when you forgot to clip the end of Mr. Weatherly's second cigar.
What are you talking about?
The Havana that came with the cognac. I double-checked all the guests, and they all left about 10:20. According to George, it was right after that he took his first sip and nodded off for 3 seconds. But the next thing he remembered was the phone call from his answering service at 11:02. That's 42 minutes. Nodded off, huh? It's a pretty healthy snooze. Tell me, what kind of drug did you put in his glass? Just for my information.
I'm sure I don't have to tell you anything. This is entirely circumstantial.
Not really, Mr. Lassiter. And once your friend Kurt has told his story to the police, I'm sure they'll want to talk to you, too. It's over, you know.
All right, Mr. Jones. That's enough.
No more, Colby, please.
If you use your head, Mr. Jones, I won't have to kill you. I just want to have you along for a little extra insurance. Claire, you drive. Now, sir, will you please get in?
I don't advise it. Either of you.
You're right, Mr. Jones. My compliments to you. Would you please convey my apologies to George Weatherly?
Get the police.
Yes, sir.
Barnaby Jones, starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather, with guest stars Lois Nettleton, Richard O'Brien, Rennie Jarrett. Special guest star Ed Flanders. Tonight's episode, Death on Deposit.
By the end of the week, it'll all be in the computer, Miss Blaseford. Deposits, withdrawals, loans, interest, all of it.
You did a very good job, Bert.
And next week, I'm going to put the special investment accounts and the estates into the computer.
Oh, no, you won't.
Well, the computer can't tell us the whole truth unless we tell it the whole truth.
My father handled those accounts personally, and so do I.
Mr. Sturmer's waiting in your office, Miss Blazer.
Oh, thank you, dear.
When are you coming by tonight?
I can't tonight, Gail. I've got to run a few checks on the machine.
Bert, I hardly ever see you anymore. We're supposed to be engaged, remember?
Yeah.
Good morning, Al. How can I help you?
Well, I'll get right to the point. It's about my investment account.
$522,448.36.
Right to the penny. You know, I don't know how you keep so many numbers in your head.
Numbers are my business. It's like cattle were yours. There are a lot of things about cattle I'll never understand.
Well, I'll take a weight off your mind. I'm afraid I'm going to be moving my account.
Oh, shush. Now, you'll do no such thing. What's the trouble?
There's no trouble, Ellen. Not with you or the bank. It's just that I'm going to move into a retirement village closer to Los Angeles.
Well, your money will be perfectly safe here. Has been for 40 years.
I know that, Ellen.
It's been here so long, I almost feel as though it's mine. You can always bank by mail, you know.
I think I'd rather have it somewhere closer by.
You know, Papa would turn over in his grave if he knew about this.
I've made up my mind, Ellen. I'm sorry.
All right. I'll have the papers drawn up and a check made out, but I won't promise not to try to talk you out of it.
Oh, I'll also want to sell off what's left of the ranch. You know,
Can you handle that transaction for me?
Certainly.
Good.
And I'll venture a guess you won't get that kind of service at an old big city bank.
Hi, Bert. How's the allergy?
Starting to get those headaches again.
I'll mix you up a little something when I get back to the store.
I'd appreciate it, Doc.
I'll drop by this afternoon.
Don't frown, love. I'll give you lines.
Al Sturmer is withdrawing his money.
All of it?
He's closing his account. There's some papers he has to sign. I thought maybe we could drive out this afternoon.
Well, Al probably needs a refill on that prescription for his arthritis. Maybe I better mix him up a little something before we go, huh?
You do that, darling. I'll pick you up later.
Okay.
Hello, Doc. Ellen?
Good afternoon. I brought the papers for you to sign.
Say, that sure was fast.
Just part of the service. Now, here's the receipt for the check, withdrawal form, limited power of attorney. That's for the sale of the property. You have to fill out a form for everything these days.
Yeah.
Just sign wherever it says signature. Oh, Al, I wish you wouldn't do this. Sure you don't want to reconsider?
Nope. I've just got a feeling I should make a change, Ellen.
Oh, by the way, Al, as long as I was coming out, I thought I'd bring you a refill for that prescription. Those other pills probably lost their potency by now.
Thank you, Doc, but you know, I've given up taking those pills over a year ago. Weren't doing me any good, and you know, when a man gets to be 70, he gets used to just about anything, and well, I guess I'm just getting used to having arthritis.
Take the body out of the pen. We'll put him in with Toby.
It's not so much what I know, Mr. Jones. It's what I feel. They're little things, but they bother me.
What little things, Mr. Sturmer?
The way he died, for one thing. You see, Mr. Jones, my grandfather was a cattle breeder. And when he got older, he sold all of his stock, except his favorite, an old bull named Toby.
That's the one that's mentioned in the coroner's accident summary?
Yes. And Mr. Jones, you see, that bull got uglier and meaner by the minute. But no one knew that better than my grandfather did. And he would not have gone into that corral. He had too much respect for Toby to do a thing like that.
Why don't you sit down, Mr. Sturmer? Did you tell us at the police?
The sheriff looked into it, but I think he was persuaded by the fact that my grandfather had gotten old. Now, I submit to you, Mr. Jones, just because a man gets old does not mean he gets stupid.
You telling me this, knowing full well that I will agree.
And then there's the boots. He always kept an old pair of boots on the porch. And he never went into the barnyard without first putting on the boots. Never.
And he wasn't wearing them when they found him?
He was wearing his best Sunday shoes.
All right, Mr. Sturmer, I'll look into it.
In there you'll find your retainer, the keys to the house, a letter to his bank, and a letter to the sheriff in Culverton. Good luck, Mr. Jones.
Thank you.
Morning, Sheriff. You got business here, Mr.
Jones. Barnaby Jones. I'm a private investigator. How'd you know I was here?
Miss Minnie saw you pull in. She called Pauline, and Pauline called my wife, and here I am.
That's better than a burglar alarm.
I don't know what you expect to find here, Mr. Jones.
Neither do I.
I couldn't find anything to warrant any further investigation. I've been holding Al Sturmer's personal effects for his grandson. If Ralph can trust you, I guess I can. Sign here. There's $47.27 in there.
All right. See to it that Ralph gets it. Oh, here's some mail. Mr. Sturmer's must have arrived the day he died. I found it over there on the table.
Never even got a chance to open all of it.
You have these in his pocket?
No, he must have been wearing them. We found them over in the corral. Why?
The reading glasses. Why would a man wearing reading glasses wander into a corral where there was a wild bull? Sure would like to see the coroner.
Dr. Evans is over in Fairmont, his niece's wedding. You're thinking that it wasn't an accident?
All right, at this point, I'm thinking it might have been anything, including murder.
Man, it'd sure need a darn good reason.
Did Mr. Sturmer have any money?
You just might have found yourself a good reason.
Oh, thanks, Gail.
You're welcome.
Whatever you want to know should be in here, Mr. Jones.
Some of the things I want to know can't be reduced to figures.
Alfred was a very old and dear friend. Oh, here it is. His balance was a little over $800. That, of course, will go to his grandson.
$800? Is that all?
If there's any question, his grandson is welcome to an audit anytime he likes.
No, I'm just surprised, that's all.
Would you put these back in the vault, Gail?
Sure.
Thank you.
I understand Mr. Sturmer was in here the morning of his accident.
He was moving to a retirement community, the Golden Age Village. Matter of fact, one of his canceled checks was made out to them.
Gail.
Those are Miss Blaisford's special investment accounts. I don't think you should do that.
She can keep the books and the accounts. All I want is an accurate input from the machine.
She's really gonna be mad.
Just wait. She sees how easy and simple this will make her work. She'll love it. Probably even give me a raise.
The shuffleboard is down there by the jetty. Are you the shuffleboard type?
Well, not so you could notice
Well,
it.
there are the tennis courts and badminton, and of course, sailing.
Yeah, that's very nice, but...
Oh, we have everything here, from barbecues to ballroom dancing. And if you don't dance, we even have classes to teach you.
Well, I can manage a few steps.
Oh, well, if that doesn't interest you, we have bridge clubs and chess clubs and backgammon clubs, camera clubs, but best of all, friends. We're just one big happy family. Are you married, Mr. Jones?
No, I'm a widower.
Oh, well, a handsome man like you will find a great deal here to occupy your time.
Mrs. Porter, what I came out here for was some information.
About Mr. Alfred Sturmer, hmm? I'll bet you thought I forgot. Oh, I was very sorry to hear about his death.
I understand he bought a condominium here.
That's right. One of our evergreen models. He was to have moved in this coming Thursday.
What would his payments be?
Well, he paid $8,000 down, and the rest, $72,000, was due the day he moved in. I made the sale, handled the papers myself.
Is that the way it's usually done?
No, that's why I remembered. He insisted he didn't want to owe anybody anything. In our credit check, our local banker said that Mr. Sturmer planned to deposit close to $500,000.
Well, did you know that he had only a little over $800 in his bank account?
Oh, that's funny. From the way he talked, well, age does funny things to a man. Some men.
Well, thank you very much, Miss Porter.
We'll be seeing you soon, I hope, Mr. Jones.
I'll put those back in the vault.
Why are they out here?
I'm sorry, Miss Blaseford. Bert was putting the accounts into the computer.
After I distinctly told him... Gail, that young man of yours is not to be trusted. Where is he?
I don't know. He had to go on an errand. I'll put these back.
Hello, love. Time for lunch already?
Bert has put the information from my private ledgers into the computer.
I thought you told him not to.
In no uncertain terms.
Well, Bert always was kind of headstrong, like his daddy, old Tommy Munson. Remember him?
Doc, it's just a matter of somebody pushing the right buttons, and it's all there on a computer readout.
Don't go working yourself into a tizzy. The important thing is you found out. We'll take care of it. And I figure it's time you and I took a little vacation.
I can't, Doc. Not with things the way they are.
We'll go to Europe, get married by a quaint little French priest in a quaint little French church.
Soon, Doc. We'll do it soon. But for right now, what about Bert?
Yeah, well, Bert's been working too hard lately. He's been having headaches, he told me. I'll fix him up a little something that'll settle his nerves. Calm him down. No more headaches. No more worries for you, love.
Close at noon on Saturdays.
Hey, having any luck? Well, I got no answers yet, but a lot of interesting questions.
Well, would you like to try some of them out on me?
You seem to think that Al Sturmer had a lot of money, but all he had was $800 in the bank.
Now, who told you that?
Ellen Blaseford.
Well, it's the absolute truth, then. Anybody in town will tell you if Ellen says so, you can stake your life on it.
Where would I find Ellen Blaseford after banking hours?
She lives in that big ranch house out on Mill Road. You pass by it on your way in from Sturmer's place. Bert Munson. He might be able to help you. Hey, Bert! You got a minute?
Mr. Jones here needs some information on Al Sturmer's account.
Oh, Miss Blazeford handled his account personally, but she's gone down to Los Angeles on business. Be back late tonight.
Just want to ask a few questions.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, so do I. But I've got an important date to meet Gail. Tomorrow's Sunday. If you'll meet me here at the bank about 8, we'll put all our questions to the computer.
Good. Oh, Sheriff, did the coroner ever get back?
Dr. Evans. As a matter of fact, I'm going to drop by there tonight for a game of checkers. Why don't you join us?
Sure.
You know, the way you play checkers, you should have been a second-story man instead of a county sheriff.
How about you, Barnaby?
No, thank you. I don't think I could concentrate after reading this. Dr. Evans, I find a couple of disturbing things in your original notes that do not appear in the accident summary.
Disturbing? How?
Well, your description of the blow that was the cause of death, blunt depressed posterior skull fracture 7 centimeters in diameter. That doesn't sound exactly like the type of injury that would have been inflicted by a rampaging bull.
Oh, Mr. Jones, in an accident like this, it's difficult to determine exactly which injury was the true cause of death.
And according to your report, the scalp area in the vicinity of the wound was impregnated by a white powder. Did you analyze the powder?
Didn't have to. It was quicklime. There was a whole barrel of it up around the side of the house. I don't have to tell you there's 100 uses for it around a country place.
That's true, Doctor. But never around a corral, unless you want a dead animal.
I wish you didn't have to go home tonight.
Starting October 15th, I don't.
I love you.
Hey, Bert.
Hey, hi, Doc.
Hey, get in, will you? Ellen wants to talk to you. She's been going over her accounts. Said she found something that she wants you to take care of before business Monday.
Oh, good. I wanted to talk to her, too.
Oh, I brought you something for your allergy.
Oh.
Better take 2 now, huh?
All right.
Got some lemonade in this thermos.
Thanks. Where is she?
Just relax, son. We'll be there before you know it.
Dizzy.
Yeah, I should have warned you. There's antihistamine in those pills. Might make you a little sleepy. Come on, get some air, huh? It'll pass, really. Don't worry about it.
Miss Blazeford, what are we doing here?
It's a surprise, Bert. A wedding present. This piece of land. I remember you saying that you liked it.
How did you know about the wedding?
No secrets in a small town. By the way, that darling girl of yours told me how you plan to surprise me. Put all my special investment accounts into that computer of yours.
You're not angry?
Of course not, silly. provided it's as efficient as you say it is.
It's all there. It's all on one reel of tape. Doc, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Which reel of tape is it, Bert?
Doc.
How is it coded?
Doc.
How do I find that reel of tape, Bert?
Bert!
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Jones. This is Fred Tucker, our pharmacist. This is Barnaby Jones, a private investigator.
How do you do?
Hi.
What can I do for you?
Well, I'd like to have a little closer look at Al Sturmer's account.
Well, this is Sunday, and I keep all the records of the bank.
Yeah, I was supposed to meet Bert Munson over there this morning, but he didn't show up. I tried his place, but he wasn't there.
Yeah, well, Bert's getting married in a couple of weeks. Likely he's got places to go, things to do, huh?
Yes, I wouldn't doubt that. From everything I've been able to find, indication is that Mr. Sturmer thought he had a lot of money in your bank.
Well, you saw the balance, $800. What are you looking for, Mr. Jones?
A motive for murder.
Who would have murdered poor Alfred?
Well, maybe when I find out why, I might also find out who. You see, people are still killing other people for the same reasons: love, hate, jealousy, money.
Murder? Well, my goodness, that certainly would be a first for Culverton. Well, in any case, I'll be more than happy to help you. Why don't I meet you at the bank in 1 hour?
I'd appreciate that. Nice to meet you, Mr. Tucker.
You too.
Goodness. He's one loose end I'm afraid is going to give us a bit of trouble.
Don't you worry, love. Mr. Jones gives us any trouble, I can whip up just the cure for you.
You're too good to me, Doc. You're just too good to me.
Hi, Sheriff.
Good morning, Gail. How are you?
Sheriff, I can't find Bert. Have you seen him?
Well, not this morning.
Well, I stopped by his apartment. He hasn't been home all night. His bed hasn't been slept in.
Well, we better start looking for him. Come on. Get in.
Mr. Jones, these records cover every transaction between Al Sturmer and the bank for the last 10 years. Do you need to go any further back than that?
He made some rather heavy withdrawals over the last 4 years.
And some sizable deposits. Mr. Sturmer was a very successful man.
Big withdrawal. There's one for $151,000, $73,000. Altogether, they come to well over $500,000. I wonder what he did with all that money.
Well, you never could tell what Alfred was up to. Could be he buried it someplace.
You mind if I borrow these for a few days?
I certainly do. They are the property of the bank.
Well, I wonder if I could have copies. I saw a machine over there.
Of course.
Oh, could I make a collect call on your phone, please?
Go right ahead.
Thank you.
Barnaby Jones' office, may I help you? Barnaby, how'd you know I'd be here?
Well, I knew you had a hair appointment on Saturday, so you would never have finished the quarterly reports and would have had to come in today to finish up before I got there on Monday.
All right, now that I'm properly dazzled by your fancy footwork, what do you want?
Well, this being your day off, I figured you might want to drive up here and give me a hand.
Oh, you did you? All right. Give me a half an hour to finish up here and an hour to drive up there, all right?
Fine, I'll see you then.
I don't mean to rush you, Mr. Jones, but if that's all you need.
That's all at the moment, thanks.
Excuse me.
Oh, Miss Blazeford, I've been looking for Bert, and when I saw
Oh,
that
he's
you
not
were
here, Gail. Good morning, Sheriff.
We looked all over town for him. He wasn't at home all night. Nobody's seen him.
Oh, well, I don't think there's anything to worry about. Maybe he just drove into Los Angeles for the day.
He wouldn't do that without telling me. We were supposed to talk to the minister at 10:30.
Well, he was supposed to meet me here at 8 this morning.
Well, it's a little early to call it a disappearance, but it's not like Bert. He'd have left word with somebody.
I agree. And when an officer of a bank disappears, people do conjure up all sorts of reasons.
What are you suggesting?
Nothing. Nothing at all. But I would like you to stay and run a few things through the computer for me. Just a precaution. I'm sure the sheriff will find Bert.
Al Sturmer was neat as apple pie.
Oh, place for everything and everything in its place.
Just one thing missing.
What's that?
$520,000.
Oh, maybe he wasn't as neat as you thought he was.
Maybe if you went through all those drawers and took out the papers, you might find it stuffed away in there somewhere.
$520,000 in there?
Or a note or receipt that indicated where it went.
Yes, sir.
Well, there's nothing wrong here. You see, I just have an overactive imagination. Oh, you must be tired. Why don't we finish this up tomorrow?
All right.
Oh, Gail, that tape Bert made from the investment account ledgers, where did he put it?
Well, it should be with the others.
Oh, would you give it to me, please?
I'll put it on the machine first thing in the morning.
No, I'd like to have it now, just for safekeeping.
But, Miss Blazeford, what could be safer than a bank vault?
Don't argue with me, Gail. Give me the tape.
Here you are.
Thanks. Would you lock up on your way out?
Sure.
Honey, don't worry about Bert. I'm sure he has a very good reason for not being here.
You get it?
Right here.
This is a brand new reel of tape. Box hasn't been opened yet.
Now I know why you didn't want Bert to put those accounts into the computer. You've been stealing from them.
Oh, my. Now look whose imagination is running away with them.
Well, Bert can prove what you did. Where is he? You know where he is, don't you?
Yes, poor Bert. He absconded. Stole $2 million of the bank's money and ran away.
That's a lie.
Easy, girl.
Of course, he'd never leave without planning for you to join him. Don't worry, love. We'll help. Take her to the back door. I'll drive my car around.
Come on. Come on.
It's the sheriff. Put her in the vault. Oh, hello. What can I do for you, Sheriff?
Gail still here?
No, she left about 20 minutes ago. You didn't find Bert, did you?
How'd you know?
Well, I've been going through the books, and I'll have to have a complete audit before I can know how bad it is, but it doesn't look good.
Was it bad enough to put out an all-points bulletin to the Highway Patrol?
I'm afraid so.
Okay.
Oh, now, don't worry, love. We'll come back for her later.
Please. Let me out, somebody. Please.
Every withdrawal, every deposit is recorded right there in his ledger, except these, where he used a special bank withdrawal slip.
Well, they are legal. I've used them myself.
Doesn't it strike you as strange that he signed them all with the same pen?
Oh, the same kind of pen. Banks buy those by the gross.
Did they all skip?
Cheap pens, maybe?
On the day that he died, Sturmer walked down to the mailbox and picked up the mail. And he walked back to the house, looking at the mail, right about here. And somebody or something interrupted him.
You tell me how you know that.
Because I found the mail right over there, partially open.
Well, that would explain for him wearing his reading glasses.
Yeah, now the question is, what interrupted his attention to his mail? Eddie, would you write your name for me, please?
Sure.
Right there. Do it again. More.
Skips are almost exactly alike. Do you think that these slips were all signed here?
And what's more likely, all on the same day. That means that somebody had to fudge around with the dates on $500,000 worth of withdrawal.
I wonder how she got Mr. Sturmer to sign these blank withdrawal slips.
Maybe he thought he was signing something else. And don't forget, everybody trusts Ms. Blaisford.
You know, we deserve a celebration. Everything's going along perfectly.
Oh, Doc. It's gonna be so grand. You were right, as usual. It's time to go. I think I'm just a little tired.
All work, no play, love.
Why didn't we get married years ago?
No, you know what they say. Marry in haste, repent at leisure. Looks like they're on their way down to the sheriff's office.
It's all right.
You know, I don't think that man is half dumb.
Hardly anyone is these days. Well, darling. The books are finished. Now we do something about Gail, and we're on our way.
We can't move her with Jones on the street and the sheriff in town.
Hello, Sheriff. This is Ellen Blazeford. I was wondering if you could come out here to my place. I have something I'd like to show you. Fine. Oh, and if you run into Mr. Jones, would you bring him along with you? He is? Well, that's very convenient. Yes, it concerns Arthur Sturmer's estate. I may have an answer for you. All right, I'll expect you. Bye.
You are a prize, sweetheart. You are a prize.
Have you prepared for Gail?
Now, what happens when they show up at your place and we're not there?
I'll take care of that. You let me know when they leave town.
Might as well take my car.
That's all right. We'll take this one.
You know where she lives?
Barnaby.
I've been there.
Barnaby.
You drive.
Barnaby, we were just...
That's the trouble working with relatives. They don't know how to take orders.
They've gone, love.
Hello, this is Ellen Blazeford. May I speak to the sheriff? Oh, that's too bad. Well, if he calls in, would you tell him that I had to go and pick up some information? And if I'm not at the house when he arrives, tell him just to wait. I should be back in a little while. Thank you. All right, Doc? Let's put the icing on the cake.
Barnaby, can I ask you a question?
Sure, why not?
Well, we drove past her home on the way into town, and there was no one there.
We didn't see her car on the road on the way back, so what's your question?
Why are we going back?
We're not. You're going to turn around right up here.
Barnaby, why?
I think somebody wanted to see us out of town. They have. Now we're going to find out why.
Please let me out! Please! No! No, please don't! No, stop, please! No! Get out of here! What are you doing to me?
We're going to take you to see Bert, dear girl. You do want to see Bert, don't you?
Where's Bert? What have you done to him?
Stop it! Here, stop it. You're only making it harder on yourself.
No!
No reason for you to feel any more pain than Bert did.
You killed him! No!
There's a car right there.
again, Doc.
All right.
It's all right, love. I told you we should have gone a long time ago. No, you wanted more, always more. I could have been content with a lot less. I always knew greed would be your downfall. Don't you agree, Mr. Jones?
I guess I belonged in there somewhere.
Mr. Jones, this isn't easy to say, but I want to thank you for finding something that I should have found myself.
Well, I wouldn't take it that way. Let's just say that it's easier for a stranger to suspect someone of murder than for you to suspect your own friends and neighbors.
Yeah, but I'm having a little trouble believing it. Poor Bert. Of course, Ellen is trying to blame it all on Doc.
How is he?
He'll recover. But he's as crazy as a bedbug. He keeps telling me when he's up and around he's going to fix me a little something for my bursitis.
Well, maybe he just has a forgiving nature.
Maybe. But I don't have bursitis.
Barnaby Jones, starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather, with guest stars Don Porter, Joel Fabiani, Jane Merrow, Stephen Elliott. Tonight's episode, Web of Deceit.
I was beginning to think you forgot.
The people in the next house were out on their patio. I was afraid they might see you come in. And if Mr. Tatum found out...
You are afraid, aren't you?
He'd fire me, Stephen. He's told me so many times that I'm never to let anyone in the house unless he says to. Oh, Stephen, darling. Oh. Let's go inside.
won't be back until 11. 2 heavenly hours.
There's no chance the cook will come home, is there?
Mm-mm. She has a sister. She stays with her on nights off.
This calls for champagne. Where does he keep it?
He doesn't. Would 12-year-old Scotch be acceptable?
Only if there's some sort of snack to go with it.
I'll see what there is in the fridge.
I'll get the drinks.
The drinks are in the living room. You were famished.
I am.
It's Mr. Tatum. Oh, Stephen, please hurry. Please.
Now, don't worry. He won't see me. I'll call you tomorrow.
Put your hands behind your head and keep them there.
Take it easy, Mr. Tatum.
Montgomery? Adam Montgomery?
I found some extremely interesting memos in your file, Mr. Tatum, but I'd be pleased to forget them if you...
I said to keep them there.
If you forget that I dropped in this informal manner.
Not a chance. You've been trying to get me and Jim Brock for a long time. Those libelous innuendos in your filthy column and on television.
They were libelous. Why haven't you sued?
Because you know just how far to go without laying yourself open. But this time, caught in the act of breaking and entering, that's a tough one to beat.
Uh-huh. But I'll see to it that what I found in those memos comes out at the trial. Looks like a standoff, doesn't it?
I've got a better way to get you off my back. I surprised a prowler here, and I shot him. Didn't recognize him in the dark as the famous Adam Montgomery.
Ted?
He shot himself.
Suicide? The maid. She must have heard.
She's in the shower.
But I'm positive it wasn't suicide, Mr. Jones. My husband wasn't the kind of man who caved in under pressure and gave up.
Yeah, but you were away, Mrs. Tatum. Isn't it possible that your husband may have been under pressures that you didn't know about?
He wouldn't have taken his life, no matter what.
Here you are, Mrs. Tatum.
Thank you.
Did you take cream?
Yes, thank you.
I called the police after you phoned. Did you know that your husband was shot at close range?
Yes, I know. They told me. Powder burns.
Did he also tell you that the tests that they conducted indicated that he fired the weapon?
Well, that doesn't prove he fired it himself. I was in Europe. It's the first time we've ever been apart for more than a day or two. We planned to go together, but he couldn't make it because
Why not, Mrs. Tatum?
some sort of crisis in his work.
Have any idea what the crisis was?
He never talked to me about business. But it did seem to help to have me around.
Did he ask you to call off the trip?
No, on the contrary. Well, we arranged to travel with another couple, and he insisted I go. He said he was going to catch up with us. And then when he called me that day,
He called you in Europe.
it was 3 hours before he was shot, to tell me that he was flying over the next day to join us. Would he have made that call if he had suicide on his mind?
Did you tell all this to the police?
Yes. Well, they consider the physical evidence conclusive. Well, maybe it is. Maybe I'm grasping at straws and wishful thinking because I feel so terribly guilty.
It's strange, isn't it? When someone we love dies. We always have those irrational feelings of guilt.
Why not irrational if it was suicide? It's my fault. I should have been here when he needed me. I'm sorry to have taken so much of your time, Mr. Jones. It was clear from the start that you'd already made up your mind.
That's pretty close to the truth, but one way to prove you have a mind is to be able to change it.
Today's question: is there any connection between the death of Charles Tatum and the rumors that the mighty empire created by James Everett Brock has been built on shifting sands? Or should I say, shifty? Tatum was second in command to Brock, that shadowy industrial Midas about whom so little is known. There have been hints that Tatum took his life because the walls were closing in on him and Brock. In the very near future, I can promise you more than hints. In upcoming editions of Report from Montgomery.
Adam? I caught your broadcast in a monitor room. Why are you still holding back on the memos?
I break the story now, they might reopen the investigation of Tatum's death.
Well, there's no way they can find out we were there.
No. Brock would know those memos are in Tatum's file.
Well, you could say somebody slipped the copies under your door. Brock has so many enemies.
I will decide what to say and when to say it, Larry. Did you get anything on the land commissioner's story?
I always get something.
Proof of bribery?
Well, not yet, but enough for a column.
Good opening hook. Very good.
It's the same all the way through, like every column with Adam Montgomery's byline.
You know how long I was at it before I got a byline?
Were you writing columns and telecasts that were used word for word?
Matter of fact, I was. Stop pressing, Larry. You'll get there.
When?
When I retire. It'll be a report from Larry Coulter then, and you can have that in writing. Have you seen the Tatum maid?
Now, why would I see her?
Because a jilted girl with a broken heart might start crying on somebody's shoulder. The less she says about you, the better.
What can she say? A man she knows as Stephen Chadway, address unknown, was in the house?
Do you have your phone number?
I'll change it.
Phone numbers can be traced. See her, Larry. Make sure.
I didn't hear the gunshot. It must have been when I was in the shower. I came in here later to make sure that the doors and windows were locked. I always check everywhere before going to bed.
That's a good idea. If everybody did that, it'd make things much tougher for the burglars.
That's when I found the body. It was there.
According to the police report, it was a cook's night out and you were home alone.
That's right.
No visitors earlier in the evening?
I'm not allowed to have any guests. Mr. Tatum was very strict about that.
Well, that's very strict indeed. What if an old friend dropped in and unexpectedly?
I don't have any friends.
Pretty girl like you, I would think that you would have a boyfriend.
No.
I would think they'd be swarming around like bees in a field of clover. In the police picture of this room, it seems to me that 2 of those glasses were missing. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yes, I put those back the next day. They were in my room.
2 glasses?
I had a glass of ginger ale in the morning and another one in the afternoon.
And you came all the way out here to get them. Isn't there any ginger ale in the pantry near your room?
No, we don't keep any there.
I have an appointment with my attorney, Mr. Jones, but I can cancel it if you want to talk to me.
Oh, no, Mrs. Tatum. I just want to speak to you a couple more minutes. Thank you very much, Miss Paget.
I'll be in my room if you want me.
Thank you. According to the police report, there was nothing missing.
That's right. I checked carefully. Oh, one thing you might not find in there is a file box was over here. Mr. Brock had some of his men pick it up after the police investigation was completed.
After the police investigation? Was James Everett Brock?
My husband worked for him.
Any idea what was in the file?
Just business papers, I suppose.
Well, thank you very much, Miss Tatum. I won't take any more of your time. Oh, do you happen to have any ginger ale in your pantry?
Oh, yes. I can have Hillary bring you a glass.
No, thank you. But I would like to use your phone.
Oh, yes, of course.
Betty? I got a little job for you.
Leaving now. Stephen, I'm worried. I'm sure he suspects somebody was here that night.
What's his name?
Barnaby Jones. And if he finds out I've lied to him,
There's no way he can prove it.
Mrs. Tatum would fire me. I'd lose my work permit, have to go back home.
Maybe we'd better get together and talk about this.
I still think it'd be best if I were to tell her the truth now.
No.
See if you can get the afternoon off.
But Stephen,
Do as I say. Call me right back, huh?
The guard at the elevator says I need a pass to see James Everett Brock. My name is
Adam Montgomery. I recognize you right off, Mr. Montgomery. Adam Montgomery for Mr. Brock.
Mr. Montgomery? My name's Barnaby Jones. I never miss your program or your column.
Tell Mr. Brock it's very important.
Mr. Montgomery says it's very important.
Mr. Brock? Hey, I bet that ties in with what you said on your show about the walls closing in.
Sorry, Mr. Montgomery. You'll have to phone for an appointment.
Maybe if I went up and told his secretary what I want to talk to him about?
Yes, sir.
Oh, would you please call Mr. Brock and tell him that Mr. Holmes would like to see Jim Ev.
Jim Ev?
Yes, Jim Ev. That's for James Everett. We're old friends.
Gentleman here to see Jim Ev. He's an old friend. I'm Mr. Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes. You're to go right up, sir. The executive elevator. Show the pass to the guard.
Much obliged. Nice to have seen you, Mr. Montgomery.
Nope. No, Bob. Nope. That's not the way we set it up. That's right. Come in, Sherlock. I'll be right with you. No, no. No, I'm not interested in any counter proposals. You have until 5 o'clock. Right. Yeah, hold all calls. It's been a long time, Barnaby.
You're looking good, Jim Ev. What's your secret? Clean living?
I don't swing the way I used to when you handle that case for me.
Never saw so many look-alike redheads in all my life. I couldn't tell one from the other.
You were able to single out the one who was trying to blackmail me.
Just luck. Hey, you've certainly come a long way since then.
Just luck?
Same kind of luck you had when you had that financial difficulty about 5 or 6 years ago. I heard that you almost went under. The banks were about to take you over.
Rumors. I haven't had any real trouble at any time.
Well, you always did have the ability to bounce back, to land on your feet. Beautiful view.
You didn't come up here to see the view. What is it, Barnaby?
Charles Tatum's wife doesn't believe that he was a suicide.
She thinks he was murdered.
That's what I'm being paid to find out.
Any leads?
Well, I was kind of hoping I might get one from you. How long ago was it that Tatum came over here to JEB Enterprises?
About 5 years ago.
About the time you got into your jam, wasn't it?
I wasn't in a jam.
That file that you took out of Tatum's living room, was there anything in that that somebody may have wanted to latch onto?
Routine business papers.
Mind if I take a look at them?
I'm afraid not. Government contracts, we have to keep it confidential.
First the routine, now the confidential. Is some kind of a runaround?
You know me better than that, Barnaby.
Yeah. Well, I came up here hoping for a lead, and I'm still hoping.
Sorry, there's nothing I can give you.
Well, I guess it's like my uncle once said, hope is like a hen that lays more eggs than she can possibly hatch. Thanks for seeing me, Jim Ev.
All right, anytime.
Stephen, why were you so anxious to keep me from telling Mrs. Tatum?
Well, you're the one who said she might fire you.
Yes, but then I said I thought it would be best to.
Hillary, tell me exactly what Barnaby Jones said.
Benny said, anybody here earlier that evening? Stephen, you did leave the house, didn't you?
That's an odd question.
Oh, darling, I'm so upset I scarcely know what I'm saying.
Well, you don't think I had something to do with Mr. Tatum's suicide, do you?
Of course not.
You're all wound up, Hillary. Why don't we drive over to my house for a drink?
I couldn't do that.
It'll do you good. Hey, tonight we'll have a nice barbecue dinner, a bottle of wine.
I told Mrs. Tatum I'd be back by 6.
So call her and tell her you're staying with a sick friend. Hey, there's a phone over there.
She's not at home now.
Well, okay, you can call her from my place when she gets back.
Yeah.
Barnaby, you were right. She does have a boyfriend. They just drove off in his car.
Well, it would have been nice if you'd have followed them, found out where they were going.
I would have, but a van blocked me in. I got the license number.
Good. Check it out, Betty. I'm on my way to the Tatum house. Call me there.
Right.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me for running off like this. All of a sudden, I realized there was a cake in the oven that had to come out right away.
Well, I hope you made it in time, Mrs. Snyder.
I did. Oh, maybe you'd like to have a slice when it cools off? Do you like linzer torte?
I think I'd love anything you baked.
Oh, thank you. But you were talking about Hillary, no?
Yes. It's too bad she doesn't have friends here.
I think maybe she just met somebody.
Oh?
At the bridge club. She's been going there on her night off.
And this somebody is a man?
He called a couple times and she was out. Now, he did not give his name. All he said was he'll call back later. He sounded very handsome.
Miss Snyder, that driveway gate out there, is that the only way in and out?
No, there's one right there. But it's almost never used. What is it?
Looks like a small piece of wood.
Oh, that must have fallen off a tree.
Yeah, it came off a tree, was made into a matchstick. Looks like somebody didn't want this gate to latch.
Now, why would somebody want to do something like that?
Well, that is something that could stand looking into.
Oh.
A piece of broken matchstick in the latch. What else did he say? Yes. Thank you, Mrs. Schneider.
Larry?
Yes?
I thought your name was Stephen.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know what you're thinking. The man who lived here before neglected to give the post office a change of address.
And you open his letters?
The ones that look like junk mail, yes, just to make sure before I throw it away.
You're lying, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
It's all been a sham, hasn't it?
Honey, you're not making any sense.
The cook says that detective, Mr. Jones, says that someone wedged the gate open that night. That there was someone there. That Mr. Tatum didn't commit suicide.
Hillary, you know how I feel about you. Now, if you just give me a chance, I can explain everything.
I think I'd better go. We can talk about it tomorrow.
Now, listen, you're leaving.
No, let me go.
Did you tell anybody I was there that night? Did you? Good. You know, it's a shame I can't depend on you anymore. Hello.
Good morning, Larry.
Don't you ever check with your answering service. I've been trying to get you all night.
Did you get what I wanted on the land commissioner story?
No. No. It's about that problem we discussed after your telecast yesterday. I had to bury it. You what? There was a problem. It was the only way to handle it. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, there's a tall, gray-haired guy at the door.
It could be Jones. He saw Brock yesterday.
I'd better call you back.
Morning.
Morning. What can I do for you?
Well, I hate to bother you this early in the morning, but are you Steve Chadway?
Yes, who are you?
My name is Barnaby Jones. I'm a private investigator.
Oh, what's this all about?
Looking for a young lady named Hillary Paget. Her employer called me rather upset because Hillary hadn't come home and they hadn't heard from her.
Why come here? I barely know her.
A friend of mine saw you two driving away from the park yesterday. She picked up the license number. The rental agency said the car was checked out to you.
Oh, well, I just happened to run into Hillary yesterday. We started talking, you know?
Where'd you drive her to, Mr. Chadway?
I dropped her off at the bus stop.
She say where she was going?
Well, home, I figured.
Funny she wouldn't have asked you to drive her there. It's only a few blocks from the park.
It is?
You never been to the Tatum house?
No. You see, Mr. Jones, she didn't ask to be let off at the bus stop. I, made a play for her, and she got a little huffy, and so I dropped her off.
You always leave your starter in the fire after it started?
Oh, I forgot to take that out.
What'd you do, plan a little barbecue last night and get interrupted by something?
That's exactly what happened. But there was nobody with me, if that's what you're driving at.
Well, in my line of business, you have to touch all bases. Incidentally, what's your line? I'll need that for my report.
The salesman.
Got a business address?
You know, I'm between jobs, and I have to leave right away. I've got an interview about a new job.
Oh, I just have one more base to touch. You mind looking at this? You know this man?
No, I never saw him.
Well, looks like I've come completely around the barn, back to where I started. Thanks for your time.
Where did you get a copy of this memo that you sent me, Montgomery?
Somebody slipped it under my door, along with copies of other memos.
Just slipped it under the door.
Yeah. Must have been somebody with a grudge against you. It's all there, Mr. Brock. It was mob money that bailed you out of the trouble you were in 6 years ago. If that information leaks out, you'll lose millions in government contracts.
What do you want?
Job like mine takes a lot out of a man. And I've been at it for a lot of years. 19 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Long speeches bore me.
My doctor said I ought to slow down. There's a bit of a problem.
Money.
Yeah. Made a lot, spent a lot. Just never acquired the habit of saving.
How much do you want?
What I want's a job. Man retires, lets down completely.
What kind of a job?
I think you can find a spot for me. Maybe in one of your foreign branches. South of France, preferably. I'd like that. Something not too taxing, but high-paying. Kind of a public relations job.
What if I retire you with a bullet?
There's a codicil to my will. Something happens to me, those memos are made public.
Maybe I can find a job for a good man like you.
What do you have there?
Why did I have to drive all the way out here? Supposing somebody did see us together.
You're sure nobody followed you?
Of course I'm sure. Adam, you're getting paranoid. Now, what is this all about?
Report from Coulter. On the air and in your favorite papers 5 days a week. It's all yours, Larry, beginning tomorrow. I'm retiring, like I said I would.
There has to be a catch.
There isn't. Just one condition. You agree never to use the memos.
Never?
Has to be part of the agreement.
So you made a deal with Brock?
Why not? I get what I want, you get what you want.
And you always wanted to set up a retirement plan. I bet it's a good one.
I take it you're in agreement?
Sure. Why not? When do I take over?
Right away. But there's one thing you have to take care of first.
What?
Well, if Barnaby Jones ever connects you with Tatum's death, you're in trouble.
We're in trouble.
But you are good at handling things like this. You handle this one, we're both home free.
Well, I telephoned Lieutenant Biddle, as you asked, but he hasn't received the fingerprint report.
Oh, Betty, it's getting late. Why don't you go home? I'll wait for it.
Oh, well, I've got a few more letters to type. Why don't I go out and get us some hamburgers, hmm?
No. I'll get the hamburgers. I wouldn't want you to be raising a furor about the working conditions.
Today's question: did one of the land commissioners take a bribe? You'll get the answer to that in tomorrow's broadcast. But, and this is my scoop for the day, you won't get it from me.
I'll get it.
After giving the matter much thought, your weary reporter has decided to retire. A man who has been my right arm for years will be taking over. Instead of telling you who he is, I'll let him make the announcement tomorrow, so that he can start off with a scoop.
So Adam Montgomery is retiring. Oh. After all that talk about having Brock on his sides, he quits cold without firing a shot. I wonder why.
I think I have something you're gonna like.
What?
Lieutenant Biddle got the fingerprint report. Stephen Chadway's real name is Larry Coulter. He's an investigative reporter. That's why his fingerprints are on file. Guess who he works for?
Adam Montgomery. No, it all keeps coming back to my hunch. It's all involved with that file. There's only one way to find out.
See the man with the file. Your old friend, Jim Ev.
How do you out-con a super con man? It's gonna be tough.
Right. Thanks. Mr. Brock is busy, but if it's important, he can see you.
Thank you. Oh, is Adam Montgomery still trying to crash the gate?
Are you ready for this? He came back yesterday, and they said send him right up.
You never know which way Jim Ev is gonna jump. If he fell in the river, he'd probably float upstream. Lieutenant Biddle, please. Lieutenant? Something I want to ask you.
What is it, Sherlock? I have a meeting to get back to.
Jim Ev, I think I can ward off some trouble for you.
Trouble?
Yeah, I took with a grain of salt what you said about the Tatum file. I put out the word that I was willing to pay big for information, and I got the word back.
From whom?
An informant. Said he knew somebody who had taken something from the file.
What?
I don't know. But I know what the asking price is, $150,000.
Well, that's a pretty steep price for a carbon copy of a business letter.
Yep. Even if you knocked off a few zeros, it's too steep for me. You want to make a bid?
Couldn't be anything I'd be interested in.
Might be able to get the price down a little in exchange for a quick look at whatever it is.
Barnaby, I wouldn't give a plug nickel for anything in that file.
Well, if you change your mind, give me a call.
Get me Adam Montgomery.
Montgomery.
This is Brock. Somebody's trying to shake me down through a go-between. It wouldn't be you, would it?
What are you talking about?
The memos. Somebody said they were up for sale, $150,000. You said nobody else knows about them.
Nobody does. Except, of course, for whoever it was that slipped them under my door.
Yes. The anonymous tipster. Well, if it wasn't you, you better find out who it was and do something about it, or our deal is off.
I'll get on it.
Barnaby? He's leaving now.
Yeah, I'll stay with him.
Okay. I'll get to the car and stay on the police van.
All right.
Adam, what's up?
You're going to level with me, or you've had it. Do you have extra copies, or was it just a bluff?
Extra copies? What are you talking
Come on, Larry. I got it straight from Brock that somebody's been trying to milk him for $150,000.
What? No, Adam, wait a minute. It wasn't me.
Nobody else knew we got to the memos. It has to be you.
I told you I don't know what you're talking about. Are you trying to set me up?
I am talking about copies of those memos.
And if they can't get us on those, they keep digging until they get me on the girl's murder. Is that it?
That's very informative.
What is this?
Shut up. Not very smart of you, Mr. Jones. Coming here by yourself.
Meet Lieutenant Biddle of the Los Angeles Police.
You blew it! Afraid somebody might follow me, and it was you who led them here.
Drop the gun and turn around nice and slow.